welcome to 3 Cups of Fun. My name is Veronica Bain, and I'll be your host. In this episode, we have a special guest, Chef Shawn Williams of Fev Chocolates. He will show us how to airbrush chocolate. And now, I'd like to introduce you to the other 2 Cups of Fun. To my left is my brother and sous chef, Zach Bain. And to my right is my friend, sous chef Marion Raybach. Next to her is my mom, Chef Nancy Bain.
Thank you, Veronica. We are so excited to have Chef Shawn with us today. So without further ado, Chef, take it away.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name is Shawn Williams from Fev Chocolates, and today I'm going to show you how to make beautiful airbrushed chocolates. In front of us we have a variety of chocolate colors. These are chocolate molds made out of plastic. I'm going to show you a few different techniques. I'm going to show you how to finger paint and how to airbrush. I like to layer my colors to create a certain effect. This particular chocolate will look like the world. First I'll do green, get a little on my finger, put it in the mold, and then I smear it around. I like to wait for it to dry, and I'll go back in my next color. It should set up pretty quickly. I'll do a light blue. You can see by using different pressures, you can create different appearances. If you press really hard, it gets a really strong swirling effect. If you press lighter, it can have a thicker amount of color. And I'll finish with a nice dark blue. You could use any colors you want. This could be red and green, yellow and red, brown and orange. And you can see on the inside here is the pattern. I like to see it before I create the shell. Here's an example of the chocolate already done. It's important to let it set up before we create the shell. The next technique we'll do is airbrushing. Here I have a fancy airbrush. It's the same airbrush they use to spray paint cars. Okay. I'm going to start with my lighter colors so I can just change into a darker color. I'm going to spray just over the top of the mold very evenly. Empty out the first color. Now I get to do a layering effect. I'll use brown. So this kind of chocolate could be like a Bananas Foster chocolate. And I'll aim towards the side, so I have just one side colored. If I hold it higher up and spray, I have a nice lighter effect. I can go back and do another color.
So the compressor you can get at any hardware store?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of our tools that we use in chocolate, we can find at the hardware store. Red. This is a heart mold I have. Make a lot of these for Valentine's Day. The next thing we do once the color sets up is we create the shell. Here I have tempered chocolate, which means that I've cooled it down to the right working temperature, around 86, 87 degrees for white chocolate. It's really important because the chocolate will contract and pull away from the mold. You may see me using this tool a lot. It's the infrared thermometer. It checks the surface temperature of the chocolate to make sure it's not too cold or too hot. I also got this from the hardware store.
That's cool.
People use it for checking air conditioning vents.
And you said 80-something degrees?
Between 83 and 87 degrees, depending on the white chocolate. So I'll show you a few molds. You hold the mold here. It's a little awkward at first, but you get used to it over time. And I'm going to ladle the chocolate up row by row. Since I've done this a lot, I know just the right amount of chocolate to put in. Shake it. And then if I go super fast, I don't get any on the sides. I use other tools to clean it up. I tap it to get rid of any air bubbles. And then I'm going to turn it over and empty it out. For making truffles, I want a really nice thin shell. I scrape off all the excess chocolate. Here you can see what it looks like. It's just a nice thin shell in the inside. And I put it on its side. When we're doing this, we create a rhythm of creating the shell for multiple chocolates before we have to go back and scrape the first one. It's setting up.
Do you stick it in the fridge or anything?
After they all set up and I scrape them clean, I'll put them in the fridge for around 10 minutes. That'll be long enough for the shell to retract and pull away. And then a few hours later, I can pipe in the truffle filling.
And you have different flavors for different colors.
Yeah, I really like when the flavor on the outside tells you a little bit what's in the inside. You know, yellow and brown really looks like a banana.
Okay.
You'd be really surprised if it was strawberry flavored.
Yeah.
Again, nice thin shell. And we'll allow them to set up. And then we'll put them in the fridge.
It's like a domino accident waiting to happen, though.
I have knocked them over a few times, or if you bump the table, they all just... thankfully, they don't set up for at least 20 minutes, so all the shells don't fall out. But if you put them the wrong way in the fridge, when they go into the refrigerator, they have to go this way. Otherwise, all the shells will fall out. You can see it's starting to set.
Oh, because they shrink a little bit and they might pop out.
They pull away from the mold. If what they're essentially doing is the airbrushed color. They're pulling away the color from the mold onto the chocolate and creating a really beautiful shine.
Cool.
That's what makes our chocolates really shiny. Here's a variety of different effects.
Yeah,
This is
amazing.
the earth effect.
It's gorgeous.
3 colors. This I sprayed the whole thing yellow, and then I went over half of it with orange. This I finger painted brown and red.
Cool.
The hearts are just red. And this heart here I sprayed a red color, and then I scratched out "I love you" on it, and then I put some gold behind it.
Aww.
I recently just proposed to my fiance
So sweet.
with a chocolate heart like this. So if she ever sees this. So that's it. We'll put them in the fridge and wait for them to set up so I can put truffles filling inside.
Ooh. That is awesome. Can they try it?
Sure. You guys want to try? Okay, so hold it like this. You feel the little ridge on the inside?
Oh, yeah.
And then with this hand, you're going to go from the back, up the row, down the row, up the row, down, up, down. Pour it in. One row at a time. Good. Good. Next row. You can empty the whole ladle into each row. go ahead and grab some more. Yep. Nice. Should be good. Now hold it flat and hold it right here, the edge of the bowl. Okay. And now use this hand and go really fast. Faster.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Clean. Let me clean this down. Okay. Use this to scrape the sides. I want to get that
And the
chocolate off
front.
the sides. Yeah. And then the front. And then you clean that tool on here. Otherwise, we're going to fling chocolate everywhere. Now tap the sides.
With this?
Yep, with the rubber part here. Hit the side. Okay. Keep it flat. There you go. Okay. Now this is the hard part. You're going to turn it over like this, and you can only hold on at the edge here. Okay? Hold it just like that. Got it?
Mhm.
Now use this thing to tap the sides. You want to get the excess chocolate out. We want a nice thin shell. Good. Now scrape it down. Yeah, leave it hanging like that. You can go like that. It just jams up every now and then. Good. All right, now clean that tool off on the side here. And put it on its side right next to this guy. Good.
Awesome. Good
Awesome.
job, baby. All right. Well, thank you so much, Chef Shawn. It was great having you with us, and we really appreciate this amazing demo. I've always admired your chocolates. They look gorgeous. And check out fevchocolates.com for your website. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else you're going to make for us. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having
We
me.
hope to have you back again.
Thanks for your
Thank
help, guys.
you. All
Thank
right, so we're going to switch gears a little bit, and I want to do a demo of how to make a chocolate bowl. Now, these are gourmet bowls. We have different colors for you here today. We have, this is mint chocolate. It's like white chocolate that's been flavored and colored green, of course. And then just a white chocolate. And then we have a bittersweet chocolate for you. So I'm going to show you guys how to make chocolate bowls. All you have to do is wash off some balloons that have already been blown up. And we're just going to dip them real quick. And so I'm going to grab a tray. You just get a sheet pan and put a little parchment paper on it. And so I'm going to just show you guys how to do this, and then you guys can make one. You want to make a chocolate bowl? Yep. Awesome.
I'll do the white chocolate.
Okay, so good thing to do just to help it stay on the sheet tray is to just dab a little bit of chocolate there as kind of your base of your cup or your bowl. Depending on how big it is, it's a cup or a bowl. So I'm just going to do a few little dabs. It's okay to have more than one color too. You can do multicolored, you can do all kinds of designs. We're just going to do the simple bowl for now. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and start our first one here. Just a little chocolate bowl for you. So we discovered that water balloons are not the best thing to do because they may explode. And you don't want that all over yourself and your outfit and your kitchen. So you just stick that on there. And you let that set for 10 minutes in the fridge. So you guys go ahead and try to make a bowl. And go ahead and set, I'm going to do one more little spot of chocolate here for you. There we go. Okay. Go ahead. Now you're going to do a white one. There you go. Okay. It's okay if it's topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy bowls are cool. Zach's going to do a green one for us. Chocolate mint. Awesome, Zach. Good job. Okay. Marion, you want to try one? Okay. Marion's going for the traditional chocolate. Bittersweet. Okay. Get that right on there. All right, so like I said, you want to let these set in the fridge for 10 minutes. And we have some that have already set for you. So we're going to set those aside. Those would go in the fridge.
For about like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, about 10 minutes would be good. I'm just going to scoot some of this stuff out of our way. And so now we're going to very carefully, and Veronica volunteered to be the brave person to pop the balloons very slowly so they don't explode or do anything crazy. These have sat in the fridge for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, just the tippy top and just a tiny little, okay. And then after some of the air has been let out, you very gently pry out that balloon. There we go, voila. Okay, do you want to do the other two? Since you're so good at it. There we go, awesome. These are great for like a cocktail party or just for basically any occasion, because how fun is that to eat your dessert in a chocolate edible bowl, right? So what we have for you today, Zach, did you want to do the whipped cream?
Oh, sure.
We cheated. We got the whipped cream in a can again. Here you go. Chocolate all over myself here. Just spray a little in each cup.
Just a dab?
Yeah. A little
Like
more.
that?
A little more. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and Marion, do you want to put a few raspberries on there? So we're all being helpers today. This is a great dessert, so simple and so delicious. Here's the whipped cream. Okay, and so do you guys want to try these? No, you don't want to taste them, do you? Of course they do.
Yeah, right.
You guys all pick one. Bon appetit. Okay, and so I think we have time for some chocolate designs, right? Yep. So I'm going to see if I can do a few chocolate designs for you. So a fun thing to do, you can just drizzle this in any shape you want and then just let it set. So you can do it with a spoon. If you want to get fancy, you can get a pastry bag. But just, let me get a thing here. Just kind of do a zigzaggy thing, you know. And then once that sets, then you have a little squiggle, a little lightning bolt or whatever you want to make, or if you want to do a circle. You know, and you just let that set up in the fridge for 10 minutes. And then you can top your dessert, which it's already gone, so we're not topping any desserts today. But you can get creative with whatever shape. Let's say you have a special occasion, Mother's Day, Father's Day is coming up, and you want to do M for mom, or D for dad, or whatever. You can, the designs can be finer when you're using the pastry bag, and you get smaller designs and that sort of thing. I'm doing it with a big clunky spoon. But yeah, you can get really creative. And the other thing you can do, if we have time for this, actually this, I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, so one thing you can do is you can just kind of spread a layer of chocolate, and we have a lot, as you can see. All right, and then once that sets up in the fridge, then what you want to do, and I need a towel or something here. Once that sets up in the fridge, you just scrape it along, and that will roll up the chocolate into what we call little chocolate cigarettes. Those are super cool. Another topper for dessert, if you have, let's say you could do, instead of whipped cream, you could have ice cream in your little chocolate cup or chocolate bowl, and then have a little chocolate cigarette. It looks like a straw, basically. Or any other designs that you want. You can just get totally creative with that. So, do you guys have any questions for me?
Nope.
Okay.
Can we make this again? It's really good.
You want to make it again? That sounds fun. We will definitely be doing more chocolate shows. Okay. All right. So what kind of chocolate do you want to make?
White.
You want to do?
I actually have a question.
Yeah. You have chocolate on your chin.
Oh.
It gets everywhere very quickly.
I was wondering if we could like make multiple layers of chocolate on that and then like scrape it and it would be like cool,
actually,
different colors.
Let's see if we can do some of that. And unfortunately, we don't have time for this to set up to see the final result. But if you want to layer it, just like what Chef Shawn was saying, layering your colors, it's great to layer colors and flavors and whatnot, and then you have a really cool product. So let that set up and then just use a scraper and that'll just roll right up. So, or you can even add a little green.
Do it like a zigzag.
Zigzaggy green. Yeah, but this is going to roll up, so I don't know how that will look. But you can always experiment, try different things.
Oh, it tastes good.
What about, we have
Just a
St.
little bit of
Patrick's Day has already come and gone, but this might be a fun thing. Just do like a 4-leaf clover. And then gotta do the cute little. I'm Irish, so you know, 4-leaf clovers are definitely my thing. Luck of the Irish and all that good stuff, right, guys? All right, so what would you make, Zach? You are the artist. What would you make out of a chocolate thing? You'd probably make a face or creature.
I guess. Or
You want to make something for us real quick?
sure.
Come on down.
There's not enough space.
Yeah, I'll be super creative. Gonna make a very terrible circle.
Okay.
So in case
Chocolate is
circle
cooling down.
circle day is coming up.
Circle
and-
day.
Yeah. Or maybe Pie Day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Friday.
Well, I was thinking of a creature or something.
Same difference.
Mm-hmm.
Same difference.
You can make fun little things. You could even decorate cookies with the chocolate.
There you go. And then
Maybe shortbread cookies, and then you can
Yummy.
dip that in chocolate. And then we already know that we love dipping strawberries in chocolate, right?
Yep.
Looks like Pie Day.
It is.
exactly.
This is point.
Ah.
Because
There you go.
you're making Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's a
And
really
St.
bad
Patrick's
pie
Day.
symbol.
Pie Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day,
Well,
Father's Day,
better than
St.
nothing.
Patrick's.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work because when it seizes up, you're gonna peel it off. You're gonna take like a spatula, and so you'll want to have the strawberries in your bowl already, and then that would just be like a topper thing that goes on top. All right.
Oh, whoops.
You guys can have some raspberries if you want.
You.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was a hint.
Okay, so I just want to thank our sponsors, the International Culinary Center and the Milk Pill Market. The show is made possible because of your very generous support and sponsorship. Thank you, thank you. Also, thank you to our special guest, Chef Shawn Williams of Fev Chocolates, and of course, our viewers like you. We'll see you next time.
That's right. We enjoyed having our special guest, Chef Shawn, show us how to airbrush chocolate, and my mom, Chef Nancy, showing you how to make gourmet chocolate bowls that you can make at home. Please like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/3cupsofFun, and feel free to post your comments and suggestions. Until next time, I'm your host, Veronica Bain, with 3 Cups of Fun.
Good job. Awesome. Did you guys have fun? Did you learn anything new?
How to make chocolate bowls.
Too busy eating.